Another great tool for on-page SEO is the WordPress SEO by Yoast plugin. So if you just search amongst the plugins WordPress SEO, it'll be the first result, or if you type in Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T, it'll come up. And so yeah, just install that. And then once you install it, and it's used by tons and tons of people, pretty much everyone who uses WordPress. Once you install it, pretty much for me, the best feature is if you go to any post. So any post I go to now, if I scroll down, here at the bottom, we have this WordPress SEO by Yoast box. And this is super helpful in getting the right keywords and making sure you have the right keywords in all the right places on your actual website. So up here at the top, you can see the snippet preview. And this is a preview of what your website will look like in the search results. So we have the title, we have the description, and you can change the title and description here below and see right away what it's going to look like when it is on Google in the search results. So if I change this title, you can see it changes, so I can see exactly how it looks. So that's pretty handy. But yeah, down here is where you actually change the title and description. And the SEO title, this is the most important thing that you will change for on-page SEO. So pretty much Google relies very heavily on your title to figure out what a page or post is all about. So to look at these keywords, register, domain name, these types of things, to figure out, whether or not your article is relevant. So make sure you put a lot of time into crafting a good title that has really relevant, good keywords or phrases, because this is going to carry the most weight, your title. So with your titles, make sure you have the right keywords and that you're using the right amount of characters. Usually for your title, you're going to want to have it between 50 and 60 characters. Anything more than 60, and Google starts to realize, hey, you're just packing keywords into your title, so we're not going to use the rest of the stuff. And under 50, well, then you're just wasting free space. You could be adding different keywords that you may as well add to help improve your SEO. So this title currently is at 59 characters. If I were to just include this, for instance, then it's only about 25 characters. So there's tons of keywords that people might search for that I don't do well. I don't do well with SEO because it's not in my title. So that's why I want to use between 50 and 60, so you can use up the characters and put the relevant keywords, as many relevant keywords as you can in that title without going over 60 characters. Something very useful with this SEO title is that it does not have to be the same as the title of your actual page or post. So if we look at our page or post, this is the title we have, and we have it set as the same as the SEO title, but I could change it or make it shorter. So let's say, this looks a little bit long, and for people actually reading it, I just want it to be really short and to the point for the title. So I can shorten that. I hit update. I'm going to come back to my page, hit refresh. Okay, so I have the short title right here, but then the SEO title is still longer. So I'm still using up all those characters and putting extra keywords into my title so that it's more searchable. And so for search engines, it's going to have not just this first part, but this other part that I added at the end. So more keywords. And if someone sees my search result, maybe how to register a domain doesn't really click with them, but beginner's guide to domain clicks with them a little more, so they'll see these extra keywords in there as well. So that's just something useful with the SEO titles, that it doesn't have to be the same as your actual page or post title, and so you can optimize this for keywords and then have the title at the top be whatever you want, optimize it for the actual user a little bit more. The meta description is what appears right here in the search results below your title and URL. You'll often see a little description on Google. And the meta description does not affect SEO rankings. So Google's algorithm will not look at this description and say, okay, it has this keyword, so it's probably related to such and such thing. It doesn't look at this at all. This is strictly for the user, the person who's actually searching, to see and read. So you want to cater this part completely to the user who's actually doing the search, and you want to make it descriptive and appealing and interesting so that it will get that person who's searching to actually click through to your website. So that should be the only purpose of your description, is to get the person who's searching to actually click through. It does not affect search engine results, so you don't have to put you don't have to worry about putting the right keywords in here, although you may want to do that for the actual user to see, so that they know that, okay, this post, for instance, it talks about registering a domain name, so I know it's about registering a domain name, something I'm searching for, so let's click it. But as far as the algorithm by Google, that will not look into this at all, so don't worry about getting the right keywords for the algorithm. Worry about getting the right copy written for the actual user who's doing the search. Lastly, we have the focus keyword area right here. And the focus keyword area isn't to change anything on your actual website. It won't send anything to Google, not searchable by Google or anything like that. This is strictly for you to make sure that you're putting your keywords in the right place. So it just pretty much makes a checklist for you to make sure everything is a-okay as far as keywords goes. So you put in the keywords you want to focus on, or the key phrase you want to focus on. So for this article, I want to do well on the keywords register a domain name, that phrase. So I'll put it in here, select it. So now it tells me, okay, so these are the keywords I want to focus on. So we need to make sure we have them in the right place. So it just tells me whether or not I've put them in all the places where they should be. So article heading, it's right here, register a domain name. So check, so I've done that. I have the keywords I want to focus on up here. In the page title, register domain name, page URL. So this is the URL for the post. And if you also come up here, you can just change that. And it is listed as no, because it's not the exact register a domain name, but it has register, it has domain, it has name in there. So it's good enough. So even though it says no, that's good enough for me. In the actual content, you want to have it. Register a domain name. And then in the meta description, again, this is not doesn't factor into Google's algorithm. It's only for the actual reader, the actual user. And so because even though it doesn't say the exact register a domain name, it says registering a domain name. And since no robot is looking at this, only a user, I mean, they know that registering and register is pretty much the same thing. So I'm sure the description will tell them that, this is what it's talking about. It's talking about how to register a domain name. And so, yeah, the focus keyword just gives you a nice little checklist. So once you find the keywords you really want to focus on and do well on Google, you can put them into here and then see to make sure you have them in all the right places. You now know how to edit the SEO title and meta description for a specific post, and the same goes for a specific page. You just navigate to that post or page and fill out this WordPress SEO by Yoast box. And to edit the SEO title and meta description of the home page, to do that you would go to SEO, so hover over that, click on titles and metas, then click on this homepage tab, and in here I would put the SEO title, and here I would put the meta description for the home page, and then just click save.